Before I continue discussing the markets, please take this moment now with helping me and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click subscribe. Click this bell. Click all. This helps you receive a notification when I post my next videos. Next, click the thumbs up button every time you watch my videos. Okay, let's continue with the view of the markets. Hello, welcome to another video winning Wall Street's money. It's 4:56 p.m. New York time. That means equity markets are closed. Another word for equities is stock markets. And the futures markets close in another 4 minutes. It's the first full trading week of the new year. In this video, I will review where leadership has shown up through price action, stock sectors that have surpassed the highs of last year. So the top 3 things I'm looking at for each are the following. 1, has the weekly candle closed green? 2, has the weekly price surpassed and closed above last week's high? And 3, has the weekly price action surpassed the highs of last year, 2020? So first, we will look at the equity indexes, the cash equity indexes. Starting off with the S&P 500 cash equity index, stock symbol Sierra Papa X-ray. That's the phonetic alphabet of the stock symbol. We're looking at a 1-year chart. Each candle is 1 week. Has the weekly candle closed green? Yes, it has. 2, has the weekly price surpassed the close above last week's? Yes. Has the weekly price action surpassed the highs of 2020? Yes. That is the S&P 500 index. Has your mutual fund done that this week? Have any of your retirement or investment funds done that? You should compare. It's your investment. It's your savings. You worked hard for it. NASDAQ 100 closed green for the week and closed above the high of last week and made an all-time new high above last year. Good stuff. Dow Jones Industrial Average closed green for the week, closed above last week, an all-time high, took out the high of last year. Good stuff. Russell 2000 green for the week, closed above the high of last week and took out the high of last year. Good stuff. Dow Jones Transports closed green for the week, took out the high of last week and took out the high of last year. Good stuff. Dow Utilities closed red for the week. Closed back inside the range of last week, nor did it take out the high of last year. That's a problem, child. Are you invested in utilities or any part of your investments in it? You should check and verify. That's a loser. You should be in leadership. If you have someone else manage your money, your investments, hold them accountable for, fire them. Note, the S&P 500 equity index is comprised of several other indexes. The NASDAQ 100, the Dow Jones, the Dow Transports, and the Dow Utilities. These 4 indexes, plus some other stocks, are inside the S&P 500, where the Russell 2000 is not its own index. The Dow Utilities is heavily weighted in dividends. People invest in this if they think interest rates are going lower or stay low. Let's go look in the sectors now. The S&P 500 has 11 sectors. I'm going to run this down to you. The first sector is technology, XLK. It makes up 20.8% of the S&P 500. Second, XLV, healthcare, makes up 14.9% of the S&P 500. Third, financials, XLF, makes up 13.7%. Fourth, consumer discretionary, XLY, makes up 10.2%. Down to the next column. X-ray Lima Charlie, communication services, makes up 9.9% of the S&P 500. On to the next. X-ray Lima India Industrials, makes up 9.7%. Next, X-ray Lima Papa Consumer Staples, makes up 6.7%. On to the next. X-ray Lima Echo Energy, makes up 6% of the S&P 500. Onward. X-ray Lima Uniform. Utilities makes up 2.8% of the S&P 500. Here we go. X-ray Lima Romeo Echo. Real estate makes up 2.7% of the S&P 500. And the last sector, X-ray Lima Bravo Materials makes up 2.5%. So let's go off with the reviews. Again, first, has the weekly candle closed green? Yes. Has the weekly price action surpassed and closed above last week's? No. Whoa, what was leadership last year? Filled this week. Plus, we did not take out the highs of last year. Radar alert. It should be very important to be aware of this. Maybe it's a sector rotation. So this is not leadership. It was last year. This week, it's not proving leadership. It's making a lower high and lower low. We'll see what happens going into next week. X-ray Lima Victor closed green, closed above the high of last week, and took out the high of last year. Outstanding. X-ray Lima Foxtrot closed green above the high of last week and still has not taken out the high of last year. Financials, you want to know about those? Look at my past videos on the financial playlist. X-ray Lima Yankee closed green for the week, took out the high of last week, took out the high of last year. Outstanding. Are you already seeing some leadership? I'm already seeing some leadership. Are we already seeing some failure? Yeah. Comparison. X-ray Lima Charlie closed red for the week. Did trade above the high of last week and back inside that range, inside consolidation, and did not take out the high of last year. Not leadership. X-ray Lima India closed green for the week, closed above last week, and made a new high above last year. Outstanding. X-ray Lima Papa, wow, closed red, did not take out the high of last week, nor did not take out the high of last year. X-ray Lima Echo did close green for the week, took out the high of last week. Last week was an inside candle. What's inside candle? It means the high and low do not trade above or below the prior candle. Often means indecision, and there's a solid body. Solid bodies are red. Huge breakout to the upside, big reversal. Good trading if you did that. But it is not high above last year, so it's not the hot sector to be in. Hasn't proven itself yet. X-ray Lima Uniform, red for the week. Took out the high of last week and back inside the range, nor to take out the high of last year. Not good leadership. X-ray Lima Romeo Echo, red for the week. Took out the high of last week, closed below last week. Woof. What a bearish engulfing down there. And did not take out the high of last year. It's not current leadership. Big concern you should be, big concern. Why? This is real estate. It has a big weighted average on the economy. Higher interest rates, maybe less people will buy or refinance new homes. That means less renovation, less materials, labor. X-ray Lima Bravo, green for the week, took out the high of last week. Took out the high of last year. Outstanding. So let's zoom in and see a bit clearer if we could. Have you made a rotation yet in your investment? What do you consider investment? Well, the financial institutions consider investments long-term, typically buy and hold for 10 years or longer. And some short-term traders compare it to buy and hold for 1 year or longer. And some play it even shorter for several months. But again, you should consider rotating, being in leadership, and hold accountable whoever manages your money, if it's you or if you outsource it. Yeah, there we go. We're zoomed in. You see some huge moves? I certainly do. Look at the first column. The second grid, third grid, and fourth grid. Huge moves above the high of last year. The second horizontal, not so well. Yeah, this one did, but it closed back below it. And the bottom horizontal. Yep. Big rotation, big rotation. Let's go on to the next. We'll go on some single stocks and look at the technology stocks. What are technology? The big technology ones, the ones that are the most heavily weighted stocks in the indexes, in the S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, and the Dow Jones. So the S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100, the heavily weighted stocks, the ones that weighted the most are the Apple, Alpha Papa Lima, Microsoft, Mike Sierra Foxtrot Tango, and Amazon, Apple, Alpha Mike Zulu November. Each candle is a week, and we're looking at 1 year. Excuse me. Has the weekly closed green on Apple? No. Has the weekly price surpassed and closed above last week's? No. Has the weekly price action surpassed the highs of last year? No. Apple is a failure this week. Microsoft also failed to take out the high of last week, failed to take out the high of last year. Amazon failed to take out the high of last week, as well as failed to take out the high of last year. Wow, top three are not leaders this week. Let's go on to the next. Foxtrot, Bravo, Facebook. Have you heard of them? Red for the week. Did not take out the high of last week, nor did not take out the high of last year. It's not leadership. Google, green for the week. Took out the high of last week, but did not take out the high of last year. Not leadership. Tango, Sierra, Lima, Alpha. Have you ever heard of that? Tesla? Green for the week. Took out the high of last week and took out the high of last year. Outstanding leadership. November, Victor, Delta, Alpha. Green for the week. Did take out the high of last week. Did not take out the high of last year in consolidation. November, Foxtrot, Lima, X-Ray, Netflix. Red for the week. Did not take out the high of last week, nor take out the high of the year, last year. Not good leadership. Bravo, Alpha. Did not take out the high of last week. Also made an inside candle 2 weeks in a row. Woof. Indecision 2 weeks in a row. Both of them are hollow candles. That means green. And that looks like a bear flag pattern. I'll be looking for the trade on the downside to profit further on the downside. If you don't know how to profit further on the downside, join my Patreon. You'll see how you can do this to earn monthly income. Wow. Nor did it take out the high of the last year. But I've been saying this has been bearish for weeks and give you hints not to buy, but to trade on the downside, trade bearish. Watch my past videos. So that's the takeaway. Leadership. If you like this market information I've shared and want to learn more with greater detail, step-by-step training, I have a Patreon page. I share trade ideas for earning monthly income. Below in the description box, click Show More. Scroll down. This link here, click on it. Take you here to my Patreon page. Select the membership and join. Then you have access to unlock my posts.